Hey there, it's your Wednesday boy Julian again, and I'm here back with another video. This time we're going to talk about coming out in general, and it's like 2 a.m. So yeah, have fun.
Welcome to 7 Trans Guys.
There's a lot of different stuff in the story.
Man, we got a lot in store for y'all. We got vlogs coming.
Daily topics, vlogs, challenges, and so much more. I hope you guys like our video.
Hit the like button, share.
And I would love if you would hit that subscribe button for me. Hey there. So yeah, it's like so late and I'm so tired. And I filmed this video like 5 times, but I always mess up. My inner coming out when I realized I was trans. I wasn't one of those people who knew when they were 5. I didn't knew when I was 10. I didn't knew when I was 15. Nah, kinda. So, you have to imagine I was pretty much a tomboy, you would call it. All my life I spent every day outside and with my brother and just fighting and making sports and always trying to be the best. And I was just kind of like, okay, I just want to be myself, I want to have fun, I want to run around with the guys and don't do girly stuff. But I also wanted to be like a pretty girl that my father could be proud of, or I don't know, like people would be like there, oh, like this sweet girl, and I was hating it, but I liked it because like people told me that I'm cool, like it was a compliment, so I was like, okay. So it was really hard for me to navigate those 2 words, but I didn't think of too much of it. So until I was 15, I had really long hair, and yeah, I kind of started questioning my sexuality. And like when I was 15, I thought that maybe I'm a lesbian or stuff. Yeah. So I decided to cut off all my hair, and it was so relieving. Like, I really love my short hair, but I started on accident, started passing as male and people when I was in the bathroom were like wondering, what is this boy doing here, like what? And I wouldn't get like what they were upset about. So this got me in some like really funny situations. Yeah, but I think it was that summer, like when I was 15, that I stumbled for the first time in my life about the word transgender. But I couldn't identify with it like at that moment because I was so scared, and I was like, okay, this is weird, this is different from everything like my parents taught me, and I don't know, it was just like, okay, there's the word transgender, but it has nothing to do with me because it didn't click at that moment. Half a year later, when I was like 16, my best friend got a girlfriend, and she's a lesbian, so her girlfriend happens to be a trans woman. And when I first met her, I was like, oh my, like it blew my mind, because it was like, oh my god, trans people exist, like what the fuck? And it just like really got me thinking, and I talked a lot to this trans girl, and she put me in a group with other transgender people, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm gender fluid, and maybe I'm more of a girl than a boy. And then I was like, okay, half girl, half a boy. And it just developed because I had to go like baby steps, because I was so scared to just say it, like, I'm a boy, because this was so scary. And yeah, like there was this one evening where I just sat up and said like, oh my god, I'm a boy. And from there it went on. So when I was 16, this was like 2 years ago, I decided, okay, I want to make an exchange year to some cool state, nation like South America. Oh, why not Colombia? And so I planned my exchange, and I was like, okay, I'm trans. Shit. But I had this whole exchange year coming up to me, and it was like, okay, I just have to suppress those boy feelings, kinda, because Latin America has a totally different culture and stuff, and it was just like, okay, so there was an exchange student from Colombia coming to my house for 3 months, and I was like, okay, I have to be a good host, and I kind of got really depressed at the time. Also, I wanted to tell my parents because I knew like 5 months or something. I know my TH is like the worst. Okay. So when he got home again, I had like 2 months or 3 months So when my exchange student went home after stay in Germany, I had like 2 months to prepare myself, because I was going to be in Colombia like for 4 months. So yeah, and I just wanted so badly to just tell my parents what I was feeling, but I knew that I couldn't finish this whole exchange if they knew, because they would never let me go. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go to Colombia and come back and tell them afterwards. So I was like in Colombia, and I was like 4 months writing on a letter, like it had at one time like 25 pages, and it was like really long, and I put like a lot of energy into it. I was connecting with the trans community a lot in this time. So yeah, it's really helped me and myself to just come to terms with how things are. But I also built up expectations, because I missed my parents so much, and I thought like, okay, my parents are awesome, and I just want to come out, and yeah. So in January of 2016, when I was 17 years old, I came home to my house, to my parents. So yeah, watch me tell the story. So when I came home, I was really excited to see my parents, and I just couldn't wait any longer. Like I waited for like 5 days, and then I decided, okay, this is the day I'm going to come out, and I rewrote all this whole letter, and I had like 10 pages of paper, and I said, okay, I'm going to go grab some drinks with 2 of my friends. And so my mom drove me to my friend's house, and when I jumped out of the car, I had like this letter in my hand, and I was shaking, and I was so scared, and I just gave it to her and said like, okay, I have to tell you something, just read this letter, please read it together with my dad. and I just ran away, and I stayed at the house of my friend for this night. Yeah. So when I came home the next day, I was really scared, and I entered the room, and both of my parents, and I entered the room, and there was my father standing and my mother beside him, and I just like did nothing. I said nothing, they said nothing, we stared at each other, and yeah, it was like really, really weird. So after this, we had like 3 really hard months because my parents didn't expect anything. I mean, I looked like this when I came home, but they didn't expect anything. They wouldn't have thought about this. I don't know. They were just shocked. And I was too, and it's like. So. It was. So, yeah. It's been a year since then. Like, almost a year. I guess things started to settle down a little bit. But neither my parents nor my brother, to who I came out like a few months later, came to terms with this issue, and I don't think that they will in the next like 2 years. I don't know, people can change, so I'm not losing hope. But yeah, so my mother told me that she loves me. No matter what, she just says like, okay, you're my child. I see you as my daughter, but I love you, and I won't abandon you or anything like this. So I know that she will be with me. She wouldn't call me like Julian or male pronouns. She's like constantly using female pronouns, and it's just like really hurting me. But she loves me, at least this, I guess. My father loves me too, but it's like harder with him because he is really, really hurt. I think he always believed like his beautiful little girl that he could like make his queen, his princess stuff, and then it's me, and yeah, he has a hard time. Like, he was an alcoholic before I came out, but right now he's like drinking so much. He's getting aggressive. He's screaming. Sometimes he just like, especially in the first month after I came out, he was just like leaving the room, and you could hear him cry like from 3 rooms away. And yeah, it really hurt me, and she's just like telling me those things like, you are a woman, don't pretend that you're a boy, because you're not, you're my daughter, you have a vagina, you're disgusting, you're ruining everything, you're just like a bad person because of this. And yeah, he doesn't say this because he means it or because he wants to hurt me. I mean, maybe he does, but like, he himself is so hurt. So I really feel with him because he just had like a really hard life, and I don't know. I just hope that he won't kill himself, because he's told me that like, okay, he would rather kill himself than watch me destroying my body or destroying my life. So yeah, that's like meh. But what should I do? So yeah, my brother is kinda like my father, and my father just makes him feel secure in his position because he's just 1 year younger than me. He's in my school too, so it's hard for him, and he's embarrassed of me. He wouldn't talk to me like at school at first. Right now he's not even talking to me when we're like at our house. Since a few months he's like, okay, I won't eat with this Vieh, which is a German word for you're not even human anymore, you're just disgusting. Like you're an animal, I guess. It's like worse than the word animal. So you're yeah, I don't know. So he wouldn't eat with me on the same table. He just would ignore me when I talk to him. So yeah, this is kind of bad. But okay. Yeah. But when I came out to my school like half a year ago, this was like so awesome. Everybody supports me. And I just feel so lucky because I had expected to worse. Like I thought that like everybody would hate me and stuff, but actually like the only people who reacted like really bad, the only people who actually reacted bad to me coming out to them were my father, my mother, and my brother. So everybody else is like so supportive, so loving. They say like they have respect for me, and they call me male pronouns. They call me by my name. They accept me. They try to cheer me up when they see that I have a bad day. Like not even like not just my close friends, but like everyone in my school, and it's so awesome. So I'm really thankful for this. To sum it up, don't have expectations. I had the best expectations when I came out to my parents, and it just went like, oh my fucking god. But then I thought like, okay, when I come out in school, it won't be really good, and it turned out to be like the best school year of my whole entire life until now. So it's awesome. Don't have expectations. Please stay safe. You're great. And don't come out if you're not in a safe place.